All right. Test, test. How the devil are we? If you're just tuning in, we had some technicals the first time round. I think I was getting in trouble there by the YouTube police for trying to stream in too high a resolution and show off this spot on my neck. And the buffering speed just wasn't having it. YouTube said, no, sir, you cannot stream in that higher resolution. And therefore it kept crashing. So I've taken the resolution down. It should be better. If you can hear me, if you can see me, let me know. When I changed the resolution, Streamlabs sent all of my pages super wonky. So we've gone down to basics with just the standard screen. Should work. But yeah, how you doing? If you're just tuning in, welcome. Some of the things you missed, I'm going to move to Twitch as of tomorrow, only for the live streams. Don't freak out. YouTube videos in terms of like the Thursday content, the Tuesday content, and if you caught today's Grab a Groove video, I'm going to try and do those daily. They're all still going to go out on YouTube. But if you want to tune into some live streams, I'm going to try and schedule myself because your boy works well to a deadline or to an objective. I'm going to try and schedule myself in 5 days a week streams. But like, let's say the next 3 months, the next 90 days, I'm going to see how I do. And that's starting as of tomorrow. So if you're taking part in the beat battle or you're yet to take part in the beat battle, it's going down on Saturday and that will be on twitch.tv/The Will Hatton. Everything else will be the same. How you doing, Sir P? I see you. I hear you. I'm not wonky. Let's go. I couldn't see your profile picture. Sean Ray, how you doing, my friend? I'm addressing you as Sir P like we don't know each other. Good to see you, buddy. John Luke, we're saved. But yeah, so there's some cool Twitch stuff coming up. But I wanted to jump on stream today. I wanted to show you something that I went over in one of my one-to-one sessions today on Patreon. I think I've got like 2 spaces left for monthly tuition. Something that I thought was really interesting. I might dive into and show off the Baby Audio new synth. I know a lot of you have had a chance to use it. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. It's one of our giveaways for Saturday's beat battle. We got some awesome prizes from Ample Sound, Baby Audio, and Excite Audio. But I haven't had a chance to use that synth. I want to get behind the wheel, see what it's all about. It just looks stunning. The things that I've heard, I know our boy Jono's been using it and really enjoys it. I want to get behind the wheel as well. But let's dive into to something that I was looking at today in Ableton that I think is going to greatly help out you guys as well. So basically, I hope, Danny, who I was in a session with today, doesn't mind me showing off his chords, but basically he created a chord progression with Captain Chords. And there was just a few things that not only he was doing that was a little bit slow, but I see the community doing time and time again. Max, good to see you. And I think this is going to help speed up your workflow. Some of the things are going to be basic. But there's going to be a couple of things in here that hopefully speed up that workflow. As you can see, untitled page at the top here. Actually, let's save it just in case, because if it does go down, which it has been happening for me, it's been happening for Jono as well. I keep getting these crashes. We want to come back to it, but this is what we got so far. These are the chords that Danny created in Captain Chords, hence the name at the top here. Nothing wrong with the chords. We're using the decent sampler. And that might be where our first problem lies. I love the decent sampler. I use it all the time. Let me know if the audio is good, if the video is good now. There's no more buffering. Fingers crossed, John Luke, sorry, you're my man. Hopefully it's not like before. So we were using the decent sampler. I'd pull that RT down straight away. RT is going to be our effects. That sound we get when the chords move from hand to hand. Pull that down right away. We are going to introduce it later, Oh, we're all good now. Thanks so much, guys. Max, John, I appreciate you. I'm glad the buffer speed's all cool. So we've got these chords here. Bring that floor noise down. We don't want that foot pedal noise right now because we're going to be creating a bass line soon. So we can leave that where it is. And what I'm going to do is create a real quick 16 bars. Now, something that I do often, so I'm going to loop these up. I'm going to color these a little bit differently so we can see them as different progressions. We're going to have an A, B, A, C chord progression over 16 bars. And when I'm listening to this chord progression, I'm actually going to speed the tempo up to like 300, something like that. There or thereabout. So I can quickly cycle through the chords. If I'm creating like a 70 BPM lo-fi track, I have to listen to it like this. And maybe I've got an artist in the room. And it's going to take us ages to get through the chord progression, especially if we want to listen to it at the beginning, because we got to have that context of that resolve. So it's like taking way too long. Speed that stuff up, 300. Okay. Second chord progression, we want to create a little bit of a change. So I'm going to dip this down here. I noticed I lost a note. These rolls were created by Danny. So again, switching that like nice even roll and just pitching those notes down an octave and creating an inversion, but leaving those notes like that is going to create that kind of humanistic feel. I think I'm going to create something like that, and I'm going to get rid of the B that's sitting here. Cool, that works. We're going to have a new chord here. Maybe just pitch that E down, and maybe should we leave the C there? I do kind of like the C on the bottom. So let's copy and paste that, and we'll just shift that up here as well. Maybe have that a little bit quieter perhaps, and something down here. So this is our chord progression for the B pattern. We skip A, go to C, and we're going to do something similar. Maybe we'll do it with these three notes, skip them down, pull that back. Let's go with the top two notes for this. We'll pull those back a little bit. You know what? Let's put the C up here for now. What should we do? Let's just have this as like a nice cluster. So we'll have something like that. And we'll get rid of this note here. This note in the middle. We're all like kind of close together. I forget we can zoom in up here. And we'll have this here. We're going to get rid of that last chord because we want some tension. Cool. Let's copy and paste this down. And we'll go for this. Yeah, I think I don't mind that, or maybe the G. Yeah, cool. So now what we have, right, is an A, B, A, C pattern, which didn't take much time at all. Super, super quick. And then I can take that tempo back down if I want. I'm going to leave it there for now. Let's listen to it through because context is everything. You know what? I want it to go up. I want it to bum, bum, bum. Yeah, kind of like that. Have this up. I like that, right? So Jonathan Hill, I'm going to be moving my streams, just my live streams. All my videos and stuff will, of course, stay on YouTube. Thursday, Tuesday content going to be exactly the same. I'm doing daily videos, daily shorts now called Grab That Groove on YouTube. That's all going to stay there. I just want to try going back to Twitch. I used to be on Twitch in the old days. I want to go try streaming on Twitch again. Probably for like the next 90 days as of tomorrow. Something like that. I might stay there for longer. But I think that 3 months is a good way to like trial you know, a routine or whatever. So I'm going to try and do like maybe 5 days a week streaming on Twitch. So I'm going to give YouTube a little bit of a break. If you were tuning in earlier, you saw all the buffering and stuff. I often have like lots of technicals when I stream to YouTube. So I'm just going to head over to Twitch as of tomorrow, setting up a new stream. So anyway, we've got this like this cool little progression. Right at the end of the 16 bars, we get this little bit of tension. Now I'm at 300 BPM. If I take that down to 70 again, I've already got kind of like a nice like long introduction, 50 seconds, we loop that up a couple times. There's our song, right? Maybe we're gonna have double here. That was Shift Command D to add that second chord in that space there. And now I've got a 2-minute song, which is what a lot of you guys are aiming for in your lo-fi beats. So I'm gonna go back to 300 just so we can do this real quick, because it's all about workflow hacks today. And then Max, keep me held accountable though. If it's not working, let me know. I'm always happy to switch. It was something that I did a couple years ago to try and keep everybody in the same place. But I think people know Twitch is where the live streams are at. YouTube is where you know, the long form content is at least for now, right? So another thing that I saw in my one-to-one sessions from today with other people from the community is this, like, right click in, insert new MIDI track. You come over here, maybe you're going to use the same instrument, you pull that instrument in. It just takes a long time, right? Even if I'm going to create a bass line, I'm going to Command D that track so it duplicates it. I'm just going to press Command J to consolidate that layer, and I'm just going to put it in a different color so we know that this is a bass line. This is what we're creating now, a bass line. So let's go for yellow, and we'll just name that in case anybody comes into the stream, wonders what we're doing. We're going to call this bass. In this one, I'm going to pitch it down. I'm going to get rid of all of the notes up here, and we can make this more of a melodic bass line later on. But what I'm going to do, whoops, changing the velocity there, I'm going to highlight all of these notes, and I'm just going to get rid of everything bar the bottom notes. Like I said, we can make this something a little bit more melodic later on, but for now, this will work, okay? So now we have something like this. Ooh, 2 notes there. Cool. I'm going to see how that plays with our chord progression. Let's just set it to the J bass from Ample Sound. Ample Sound's going to be one of our sponsors for the beat battle going down on Twitch TV this Saturday. And you know what? Actually, let's use that new bass. This is going to be one of the prizes from Ample Sound. So let's go in here and let's go with the bass. Maybe I don't even have the bass here. I don't think I have the bass yet. I think you guys are going to get it before me. Yeah. I don't even have the bass. All right. It's what it is. It's what it is. You guys are going to beat me to it. But we'll use the P bass. You know what? I like the P bass. Cool. So it's like a little bit higher maybe. Let's see what it's like in a lower octave. It's got like a lot of fret noise, right? So I'm going to just EQ that real quick. Audio effects, EQ8, and just roll that off. Cool, that works. I'm going to take that volume down. Now maybe I want a little bit of tension with that bass. I'm going to pull this note out. I'm going to pull any of those doubles out like that. This is a little bit low for me. I could pitch it up there, but I think I'm just going to go to maybe like the G, something like that. And then I think I want to climb it up, something like that. That's just what I'm hearing in my head. So maybe something like that. Cool. That works, right? We got a bass line. Easy peasy. So, bass is there. Happy days. I got the chord progression. Again, we can come back to sound selection. Everything can be a placeholder. I'm going to take this chord progression once again, and instead of taking the whole 16 and creating a melody out of that, I'm going to create one out of 8 bars. The reason for that is because when these chords start to change, the melody will stay the same. So you've got these lovely chords moving underneath the melody that's happening. Nomberg, Common Beats, my boys, how you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're good, Nomberg. I hope you're having a great day. I'm just creating some kind of like workflow hacks for the community today. I'm going to be moving to Twitch as of tomorrow for live streams, but I'm staying on YouTube for all my long form content, of course. But my live streams will be moving to Twitch as of tomorrow. So what I do with the melodies now that I've got this chord progression in there is I'm actually going to half everything. I'm going to go something like that. And the reason for that is because when I start to put in new notes here, I can use like kind of a double time melody, ba 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 ba, you know, rather than just that same pattern that we've got for the bass line. Now what I'm seeing is this constant C note, which could be really, really lovely for a top line melody. I'm going to pitch this up an octave. Let's see what that's like at our original BPM of like 81. A little bit slow, right? So I'm going to again give this another double time. So I'm just selecting all of those notes, going to the bottom right, grabbing that bracket and pulling it back, and then holding Alt to duplicate them. So now I've got something like this. See what that's like at 120. I'm hearing like almost like a housey thing in my head now. So now we can maybe switch it up. I'm going to go to something like that. See what that sounds like. Again, speed that tempo up to speed your workflow up. Cool. So that works real nice. And what I could do is maybe do like a descending thing from here. I'm going to start descending these notes. What have we got? Duplicate those. Where do they go after that? Maybe the E, as we saw there. And then what was the other note? The E and the C. So we could go something like that. See what that sounds like. Cool. And then from here, what I'm going to do is just stay on that C all the way through. So now we've got something, again, speed that tempo up just so we can listen to it. Cool. So there's our groove. We can slow that back down to the tempo that we want it at, which I think I've decided is 120. And I'm just going to grab like a groove from here that is, you know, like hopefully in 120. Let's change our, this is Splice, by the way, if you don't use Splice. I'm going to switch this to Splice. Don't know what's going on with my view there. And let's just try and find something. That's super nice. That's super nice. So we can use something like that to figure out our groove. Pull that volume down. Yeah. Right. And then this is what was really cool. That was totally an accident, right? But notice here on this bar here, which is really important, bar 7. Can you hear that with the ride cymbal? What a great thing, because we're creating all of these changes on the first bar, on the first bar, on the first bar. And then when we create this little downward slope of the top line melody, just by accident with the sample, and again, we can change these sounds, and these are only supposed to be placeholders. We can change these sounds later, but the ride cymbal was there in the splice loop, which just set this whole new vibe. So I'm actually going to duplicate that sound, and then that ride cymbal can stay in from this point here. So we'll highlight that as well. That's when a new change has begun, which it's not in the rule of like every 4 of what we've got so far. So let's play that out and see how that sounds. And actually let's do, let's just, you know, for the listener, and I've got a video coming like this that speaks on this, sorry, tomorrow. For the listener, let's just put a little crash here. I'm going to take warp off. Sounds a little bit fresh. And we'll put some EQ on that. So remember, this is all like speedy, fast workflow stuff. We're going to add some noise as well. So again, there's some kind of little riser occurring. Let's go with my favorite type of noise. Let's go with the one shots here. Go down. We've got this this impact noise, which is really nice. But I like this sober riser. First riser I ever downloaded from Splice. I use it all the time. I just EQ it and use it in kind of different capacities, add different like vocoders and things to it. So we'll have something like this, turn it way, way down. I'm going to do it on the gain. Cool. And I forgot to turn that warp off, which means I'm going to have to extend this sample a little bit, which is a little bit annoying, but it's all right. We'll just take it out here. Cool. Something like that works well. Have the riser there, and then at the beginning, We can flip this, double click, flip it back, and now we've got kind of our entrance riser as well. We should have an extra bar. Cool, so at the end of the bar, at the end of the groove, we can hear that little loop. Hopefully that's loud enough. I'm just gonna turn my laptop back on, let you guys listen to this. We're at 120 BPM. We've got an A section, B section, A section, C section. We've got a bass line that we're gonna switch up. We've got our top line melody, which is just using the chords to try and figure out what we had going on. And remember, those chords were once blocks of 1 bar, and we halved them again. And I saw that there was that kind of run-in. Is congruent the right word? I'm not sure, but like, you know, run-in theme of this C note, which I wanted to use as a repeating melody. So now we get something that sounds like this. Let's just do some cool stuff with the EQ on the drums as well. That like cymbal's a little bit loud. Oh, we can't hear the Splice app audio. I apologize. But you can hear it in Ableton, right? So like that's a real quick way to speed up your workflow. Something that I saw earlier in my one-to-one session, as I was saying. There's 2 spaces left on the monthly one-to-ones. Something I see time and time again are these slow workflows that if we're working at 70 BPM, we just stay there. Speed that BPM up so you can listen to it, slow it back down later. You know, like with your lines, just utilize everything from the chords. Now, if we wanted something that was a bit more melodic from the bass, I would take this line. Maybe this is going to be the line for now, which works, right? I'm going to loop everything. I'm going to take everything, create that new loop. It's going to be the second half of our song. But what I'm going to do is maybe get rid of the chords, or the melody here. Let's loop that out so we just have 1 note. Cool. Now from here, maybe we go with just the kick drum. Now I think if I loop that kick drum, we're going to have a bit of a problem because there's... Oh, it's not too bad. We'll have something like that. We'll go back to it being like a low passed kick. Let's keep that just being a kick, I think. But I'm just a kick. I'm just a kick. It's a Simpsons reference to anyone that knows that Simpsons wave track. I was addicted for a while. Cool. Now it's going to go to that, and we're going to press A. We're going to come down here and then just low pass that. For that for a bit, okay? So now we've got the chords still. Maybe the chords for a little bit, they don't go back to the B section. Common Beats, thank you so much for the tip. A posh coffee, a cheap beer, a bad shop 4-pack. I'm gonna go with the posh coffee first thing in the morning. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Cheers. Thanks for always coming through. Where are you streaming nowadays, buddy? I'm hopping over to Twitch as of tomorrow for the next, I don't know, few months. But are you going to stay on YouTube? Are you hopping over to Twitch as well? Let me know. I hope I see you guys there. Man, it means a lot. Thank you so much. So we got these chords. Maybe we're going to stay on the A section for a while. You know what? And I'm going to take these two little chords here. So we still go to this little tension piece, but we just get the main chords here as normal. So with our bass line, maybe we want to do something a little bit more melodic. What we can do is that same rule, half it, okay? Now we could create like a double time bass line, but we can also use these chords to give us insight as to where we want to move our bass as well. So maybe it wants to be... Cool, I'm going to duplicate that and have that play. And then I'm going to have it play just a quicker note here. Maybe it goes... I've got the C and the E. I'm going to pitch those down so I know that I can go down to the E here and then up to the A. I'm going to go back to playing 2 notes here. So see how I did that? Just like creating something that's more melodic from the chords that you've already got. Remember, speed that tempo up to speed up your workflow. Cool, that works. Kind of want it to be higher, to be honest. We go to the C. The C might sound nice. Cool. From here, I don't want it to be that low. It's like very, very low. We're coming down from jumping from the C to the E. So let's go with the A here. We were just on the A, I think. We started on the A, but it is bar 5, so it's the 1 again. We can replicate that. I think the A will be nice. So let's do that, and then go up to the A sharp. That'll be kind of a little bit suspenseful. We might want to change that to the G. Down. Let's go actually up to the C and stay there. We know it works for the melody, so we can get rid of those. Again, I'm not listening to these. I'm just kind of playing it by the chords. We know the chords work. We know that the bass line worked before. Not very quantized, which keeps our bass line sounding very humanistic. What have we got here? We've got the A and the F. I kind of want to create like a little bit of movement before we jump down to our A. Let's actually also shift these down to see what we can use, because we could have a little note that just maybe starts on the G and jumps up to the A here from then on. Maybe it hangs on the A for a little bit. Or maybe it just plays here. Let's see what that sounds like. Pitch that down. Yeah, maybe we start to double time it. So now everything is going to be this kind of double time fill. The F, let's take that F pattern that we did before, which is like this. Notice how everything is influencing, the things that we've used before are influencing our next moves. So we're going to pitch these down. We can stay on the E, which is again, lots of tension there by staying on the same note. Up to the G. That works for me. Up to the G, up to the G. What was that song by that little girl? It's M to the B, M to the B. And then the A. And then we can maybe stay on the C here. Where does the F go to? Is it down? We don't want to go down, so maybe we just land on the C. Let's see what that sounds like. I heard it going up. Did you? Ba ba. Didn't really like that little F there, so we'll stay on there. That E there, so we'll stay on the F. I can hear it climbing. Ba 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 ba. Can it go to the D? I don't think so. It doesn't not work. It doesn't not work. But I think it would probably be better up here. Now I've lost my chord there, so I'm just going to see what works in terms of my Captain Chord's chord. I do have the D. Great. I still got the D because I did like it there. And then we'll go E and then stay on the F for one last note here. Cool. And we can stop with the kicks. So again, great way to speed up your workflow. Back to 120. Everything's looking nice. Apart from this guy, which, there we go. He just wanted to fall in place. He just took his time, and that's okay. Sometimes we got to take our time. That Lex crash earlier was a little bit loud. I don't know why these are all suddenly bouncing back in place when I click them. It's kind of fun. Cool. Maybe we start to reintroduce our kit sound as well at this point, the halfway mark. So duplicate that. See how this is all like very quick work. I'm not listening to a lot of it because I'm relying on the fact that the chords are good. Now another thing with the chords that we can do is let's take everything that we've got from here, move it down to the bottom of the screen. Now the reason that I'm doing that, hopefully you can still hear me as I type in my password. I should have set this to not go to sleep. I'm going to check the chat real quick. What's my Twitch channel? My Twitch channel is twitch.tv/The Will Hatton. Um, oh yeah, Twitch is your main thing. I thought you were on YouTube for a little bit, Common, but that might be my mistake. Um, yeah, my Twitch URL is twitch.tv/the Will Hatton. Dude, that new 11.3 update with the auto warp long samples is insane. I know, right? When I remember, I don't remember when specifically, but I remember often bringing in a long sample, whether it be from vinyl record, you see all my vinyl in the background, whether it be from a vinyl record or just from a long sample where I was sampling like a YouTube thing. I sampled like a lot of documentaries, a lot of spoken word stuff, and I was bringing it in. I was bringing it into prior to that 11.3 update, and just the samples were just auto warping and just going all muddly. That was before I knew to turn the preference off, and then when that 11.3 update came and I turned that preference back on, I was like, okay, this is it. Theoretically Media. If you haven't checked out Theoretically Media's channel, please do. It's a bit of a tongue twister, but an insane channel. We're mostly focused on AI. Is that right? Theoretically Media. Yeah, apologies that I haven't got back to your message just yet, Tim. I'll fill you in. Hopefully this Friday. Tomorrow's going to be a crazy day, but hopefully this Friday I'll fill you into what's been going on behind the scenes. Been absolutely madness, but I will get back to your DM. Slick as well, if you're in the chat. Apologies, I haven't got back to your DM as well. Friday will be my day. But yeah, guys, check out Theoretically Media's channel. Super insane stuff. We're just like looking at speeding up our workflows in today's session, and then I want to dive into maybe what's been going on with Baby Audio, and dive into their new synth as I haven't had a chance to look at BA1 yet. But yeah, so what I did was just create another chord progression down here. We're actually finally going to change the instrument. We're going to go to something like Serum. And in the slowest manner possible, pull that down onto that track. I'm going to go with something like a pad. Let's go with the Wakey pad. Let's see what that sounds like. What's the pad before? It's just a brighter version. All right, cool. Let's go with envelope 2. Pull that back. Envelope 1 then, I guess. The attack on this one, is it? Yeah, cool. And that's as low as it goes. That's nice. All right. And then what we're going to do is EQ that real quick. And you might be thinking, well, why are you adding a pad now? Well, right here, it doesn't really, we don't add anything. So I'm going to probably get rid of this guy and start to build in some pads from this point. So we're going to low pass them at first, and we're going to create a little bit of a high pass. And we're just going to start to automate that in. So from here, maybe. Cool, let's take that up a little bit. It's going to get a little bit loud, so we'll turn that down. And then right at the end, as it starts to build up, I'm just going to start to low pass that again. I'll build this up over here, I think. That'll work. We also want to make this wide, set it apart from our other instruments. Maybe not that much, maybe like 7 to 11, something like that. Let's go back to our high pass, as I want to meet that at this point here. Cool, so something like that is really nice. We can also add our Valhalla. So we're doing a little bit of sound design now, because we're going to work our way backwards after the pad and do the sound design with the rest of the instruments. So we're kind of starting at the end here. Mix. Let's start with the mix all the way up and then start to take it out towards the end. Build it back up as we did with our low pass filter. Let's take it out here, something like that. So it comes really washed out at the beginning, can hardly hear it. Really, really quiet in the mix. Oh, Massive is a whole world. I still don't know Massive that well. Serum's my go-to. Phase Plant is my next instrument. I need to check out Vital, but Massive is a hard plug-in for me to get my head around, but it has been some years. I might be better now. This is getting a little bit loud over time, so I'm going to go utility, and just start to automate maybe the volume down in a rough way. Something like that. Obviously, I haven't listened to it, so I don't know how it's going to be. Cool. So now let's listen to it with the rest of the instruments, right? We're going to come from here. I am going to listen to it in real time, and we'll just see what that new section sounds like. And we've got that automation for the kick. We put some like chime sounds in that little space there. We're going to start to bring in the pads. Cool. Start to automate this up. Go back to this section here. And then we're back there with our main piano. Now, with our main piano melody, what I like to do is just add like another upright pattern. So this is the upright from Ableton's packs. It's free. Upright piano here from Spitfire Instruments, piano and keys. This one's a little bit brighter. I like to put this under my main piano because it just cuts way more. I add the EQ to that. EQ here, high pass it. And then turn it way down. Take it way out of the mix with your first piano. And I can hear in my headphones, it's just starting to cut through the mix. It might be a little bit different for those laptop speakers, so I'm going to pull it up just for the people listening at home. With this instrument, we could keep it as the piano. But what I might just duplicate that instrument, is to see what it sounds like with the operator. So I'm going to grab the operator sample here. Just set that to a pluck. Something like that. And maybe add like RC to give it like a little bit of... Is my RC not there? Oh, because I need to go to plugins. What a doofus. So RC, just to give it a little bit of a character, real quick. I'm going to give that a quick save. Take the noise out, add the space. I don't like the thing that's happening with the space there. Turn that down. Yeah, take that down in the mix. And then maybe add our old friend Valhalla, because we love how that reverb sounds. I'm going to turn the attack up, bring the size down, EQ up, and bring that mix up slowly. Something like that. Cool. How does those two sound together? Yeah, I prefer that way more than the decent sampler. So then our melody becomes that. Nice, quick way to work, right? So to just recap for those people that are just tuning in, Secret Spot, good to see you, buddy. We started with this one Captain Chords thing about, I don't know, what was it? 15, 20 minutes ago, maybe less, maybe a bit more. Duplicate that a bunch of times, created the B section here, created the C section. So that was just by taking a couple of notes, shift up, shift down, and creating some inversions. Same for the C section, creating some inversions, but instead of having the fourth chord down here, this is also coming from a guy that doesn't know music theory, by the way. I don't know what any of these chords are. Instead of having that fourth chord there, we deleted it and extended the third chord in that loop. We added our bass line, the bass line we did from the chords. Everything was using the hotkey Command D to duplicate those tracks, right? Then we added our melody, which was also from the chords. I noticed that there was this reoccurring C pattern, so we used that. We didn't create the second instrument just yet. We went to the drums. Luckily, the drums had this little cymbal noise in there, which I really liked. So we went with that, created just a kick drum layer down here, risers, little trap crash. Then when we created our B section, which is where there was going to be a little bit of drop in energy, we double timed our bass, so our bass became more exciting. And then we added some pads down here, just to kind of extend that excitement a little bit. And then we went back and did some sound design stuff. Right at the beginning, we took the floor noise out of the piano, so I can add that back in. I haven't EQ'd this piano just yet, so I could go to do that. But that would be kind of wasting you know, your time. So let's just see what this sounds like from maybe the beginning. Maybe we don't want to have the... Maybe let's arrange this out actually a little bit, because right now it is just kind of what it is. So maybe we'll have 2 bars of the piano. Maybe the bass will come in here, and we'll just kind of go to... We start on the A, so maybe we'll go to the C on this one here, just to make it a little bit different. We'll add this little riser, we'll add this little crash, and we're going to add a little bit of that low pass kind of filter in here on the introduction to our drums as well. So now our track sounds like this. Very quick arrangement style. We got a 1:20 tune in about 15 minutes. Oh, I forgot to unsolo the piano. That was me trying to do some real quick automation for you guys. Let's try that again. From this section we would start with the ride cymbal doing just a little bit of a tambourine for a boost to the energy there, and then we could decide to come back with like our chords and stuff here if we wanted to. Go, that's the end of the tune. Sort of like a quick like 30-minute cook up. You've got a nice like arrangement there. Pads are obviously coming up a bit higher. We've got some sound design to do. It's like a real nice quick way to arrange a song within sort of like 20-30 minutes. Again, this all stemmed from a Patreon session that I had today where the workflow was a little slow, but I saw people working in a similar fashion from the community. So it might be something that just kind of helps you out if you're starting with just that 4 chord progression. This might be a lovely way to dive into creating some arrangement styles. But yeah, man, how you guys doing in the chat? Slick P, I just shouted you out in the comments. I don't know if you'd have joined by that point, but yeah, apologies that I haven't got back to your message. It's been a crazy week. I will let you know. You and Tim are like top of my list. I need to get back to you guys and fill you in what's been going on. But yeah, Friday's going to be my day where I sit down and try and get back to friends. If you're just tuning in, you know what? I might play you guys something special real quick as well. You guys know Evie, right? Evie, the lo-fi legend. I did a tune with Evie a little while ago, And I say a little while ago, it was like the beginning of the year. Haven't heard back from Evie. If you guys know, if you guys know Evie personally, tell her Will's waiting for you to get back. We got a tune to finish up, but I might play it for you guys on stream. Seeing as this is my last, it's gonna be my last night on YouTube live stream. Don't worry, Thursday videos, Tuesday videos. My if you caught the grab the groove short today, which I'm gonna try and do daily, they're not going anywhere. There's still gonna be Thursday content. I still got a new video coming out tomorrow, which I think you guys are gonna like. Similar to today's live stream, it's like workflow, not hacks or tips. I think that's kind of cheesy, but some things I've found out through the years that have definitely benefited my arrangement styles, my composition styles, me as a musician. But yeah, all that stuff is still going on. I'm just gonna jump to Twitch as of tomorrow for 2 to 3 to however long, many months. Just trying to set a routine, just trying to see what it's like to stream back on Twitch. I used to stream on Twitch many years ago when I think when I was streaming on Reddit. Remember when we used to do those streams to like 1 million peeps? That was crazy, wasn't it? But I haven't been on Twitch to stream for quite a while. So anyway, that'll be going down. The beat battle will be going down on Saturday, and there's still plenty of time to tune in, to vote, to submit your beats. But yeah, check this out. I might get in trouble for playing this, but I'm gonna show you guys anyway. Regardless, let's see if we can find this Evie collab. I don't think I got the project on here. I do have the project. Come on then. Come on then. Let's do it. We got some time. If the files don't load, I'll pull up the thank you on the new room props. Appreciate it, Common. We're getting some things sorted. For a while I had like a blank wall over to my left, and I just wasn't sure what to do with the blank wall. And I was like, why is the camera not just in front of me? So I just shifted it, which is why I keep looking over here, by the way. If you're wondering where I'm looking, it's because I'm used to the camera being over there and talking to you guys. I've got to start looking up, because otherwise you're just looking at the top of my head, and no one wants that. Anyway, so Evie hit me up a while back, and I threw this together, and she was like, my boy, and forgive me, I forget another collaborator that she wanted to work with, wanted to hop on it. So it's in a very unfinished state, but it's sat like that for about 6 months. Evie doesn't really use social media. So I hit her up, email. I hit her up on the Instagram every few weeks. Yo, sorry to be a pest. How's that collab coming? I haven't heard back, but I hope she's well. If you got the hit up for, if you got the connect for Evie, let her know. I want to put this tune out. And now I'm doing it in a way that she probably doesn't vibe with, which is playing it on the stream, because it might never get out there. And that's what songs are for. They're supposed to go out into the world. So you guys get to hear it. Let me know what you think of this collab. It's unfinished. This is with Evie, the legend. She hit me with this lovely sample, which I think I ended up pitching and then resampling. So I had to do something with that, and this is what I ended up cooking up with her. I think the drums are hers and the sample's hers. Everything else is me, but I just replaced some of the drum sounds. Those claves in there. Oh, that's a hi-hat. I don't know where I put my clave, but it's so low in the mix, and I don't think anyone will notice it, but that's why I'm playing it now. Where is the little clave? You guys were jamming out, and I just paused it there, which is super rude, but I don't know. Somewhere. Probably doesn't even make too much of a difference. Did I just solo everything, but we couldn't find the clave? That's that. Oh, it was this. I just sampled the wrong thing. I soloed the wrong thing. There you go. Don't know how much of a difference that makes, but I was well proud of it at the time. Anyway, onwards. This is that kind of old school lo-fi. One's putting this like ample guitar thing. You'll notice if you've seen my chilled count video, I use that same effect here to get that kind of different sample feel. So this is the regular sample, right? And then this is the kind of chilled sample one with lots of automation on it. Let's play that again so you guys get that with context. Common says, I bet she doesn't like people that don't know their claves. Too right, too right. And then you just got to break it down, make it simple again at the end there. So that's the little collab there. It might come out. It might not come out. Toby's gonna do me a solid. Thanks, bro. But yeah, man. Oh, John says, by the way, I'm assuming you're hiding the screen intentionally. John, there's one moment in every stream, which is why as of tomorrow I'll be on Twitch for 5 days of the week, every week, just to try and drill in some good habits to my schedule. Because no, I didn't intentionally hide my screen. I just forget to press the button when I go to like talking. When I go to talking, I think you guys are just seeing what I'm seeing. And I carry on. I forgot to hit the button. This is the project. It's pretty big. For a lo-fi project, it's pretty big. Here's my claves, by the way. Just wanted to show you. Here's the sample. Sample's got everything in it, like brushes and stuff. So what was real hard was matching some of those sounds. Like there's a sound in here. This, I think. Yeah. So just getting that ka-ka-ka and then putting that as like a little fill and having the toms here. And then like matching some of the weird sounds that are in the sample. Like here you can hear a vibra slap. I think that's what it's called. But you don't want that vibra slap to cut off at the point the loop comes in. So the best thing you can do is find another vibra slap that will actually go over the bar line with a little bit of panning on it, right? So you combine those. And there's just like some nice little noises that I threw in just to kind of make it sound like they were part of that sample. You get that little delay thing. every now and then. But yeah, no, I didn't intentionally hide my screen. I just forgot to show you guys my screen. I apologize. But yeah, hopefully it sees the light of day one day, because you know, Evie's a legend. She's the one that invented this whole game. In my opinion, anyway, she's been killing it. So that'd be a cool dream come true. But yeah, man. Someone said earlier, if I let out the samples to the beat battle, yeah, they're out there, man. You still got until Saturday to get involved. I wonder if I have the sample stuff on here. I think I did it on my laptop. You know, I think I made it. I think I made it downloadable. This time I actually will go to my talking screen just so you guys can't see the Discord server. But yeah, like I think I sent these off over on my laptop. So let me download those stems if you haven't heard them. I'll download them myself, and then that way I'll be ready for Saturday as well. So beat battle info. Let's download the project. I think is probably best. And what I want to look at as well is the baby audio synth, because some of you guys might have beat me to it, but I actually haven't delved into that BA1 yet. Let me just see if Hushchild. I wonder if I have got the beat battle stuff. Here we go. There we go. Downloading. Make sure we come back to screen share. Otherwise, John Luke tells us off. Oh, John Luke says my beat submission is getting procrastinated at the mo. Probably going to do some last minute polishing. Hey, that's the way to do it. We've seen people win from there. So this was a project that I really enjoyed, but I was just stuck in the loop, and I figured, you know what, let's make this the beat battle. If someone can get me out of the loop and create a good track, it doesn't even have to be in the same vibe. They don't even have to use the whole sample. I put the project there as well as the individual stems, just like whatever way you want to work. The same as when you're collaborating with a buddy. You know, like you just I got rid of the drums, or I changed this bit, or I wanted to change that progression, or I pitched the whole thing differently, or I ran the whole thing through a granulator, made it an ambient piece. You know, just however you would collaborate with a friend. That's how I wanted to do this today. So this was the sample that everybody has. They have the stems as well. I want to finish this off, release it with someone. I'm going to be looking out for someone to collab with, and first 3 places gets 3 prizes. Max, it's no stress, buddy. I am actually working on a lo-fi course as well, so if you guys are interested in that, do let me know, because I'll get a wiggle on that one. My first thoughts is this is probably a little bit slow, right? I don't know what you guys think. It's a little bit slow. I feel like people were making beats to that kind of BPM, and they're no longer making that BPM kind of beat. Don't know why this is loading so much. You know what? It's because I'm still downloading this thing here. We don't want that. But yeah, so if you know something that you want to do with that, I definitely like this little pad thing. There's some good bits in it, but yeah, I just got stuck in the loop too long. You know how it is. Open up a new live set. I was looking at this as well today, guys. I want to check out Novum when I get the chance. You guys seen this? Not a sponsor, don't know these guys, but this looks like such a cool plugin. I saw it on TikTok today. They got David Attenborough on the Here we can see a bunch of sounds being clustered together in a granular form. This is the mating call of the synthesizer. You find the sample stems and the project at the Discord, Max. So like basically it has like, I think 6 parameters to control different areas of the EQ, I guess, in a granular form. They dive into it a little bit later. I read layer. That's dyslexia enter in the chat there. I read layer and said it. They explain it a little bit later. They do this wicked thing with a brass sample. See if we can find it. Oh, you know what? It wasn't even this video that I watched. I had a dude that didn't sound like David Attenborough. Here we go. That was awesome, though. I enjoyed that dude. He was cool. Here he is. One of the members of Noisia talking it through. Here we go. Yeah, this was awesome. Check this out. Dude, if I got this granular synthesizer or granular sampler, all my streams would just be you guys watching me create weird sounds. It would just be sound design. How cool is that? Wait until he adds the timbre of it as well and it stretches out. Super cool. Oh my God, John Luke, we can't hear the audio. Am I the dumbest guy? You guys just watch me watch a video in silence. You're all so polite. John Luke is the only person here holding me accountable.
Express.
Can you hear it now? Check this out. Check this out.
Search for the
So here's the sample. Let's get it.
And now I play it back with multiple pitches.
Is that good? Can you hear that? John Luke, can you hear that now? I apologize. Oh my God. You just watched me watch a whole trailer in silence. Everybody just like this. Sometimes I do that in Zoom. I feel terrible.
Same time. I can also change the speed of my sample. Here I slow it down.
Me and Common Beats, just absolute novices in the game. What we got, like 3 years in the game now, Common? I can't even... I'm looking at an imaginary camera that's over here, playing stuff in silence.
And I can even freeze it to a point. With offset, I can now search for the sweet spot.
Super cool.
Okay, this sounds nice. So let's try to make it a little bit more expressive. I add a modulator. Here I take pressure for polyphonic aftertouch. And as offset is currently selected, I can simply dial in the right amount of modulation.
It's so cool.
Now I can play it with aftertouch. Let's add a little bit of reverb.
You know what? Speaking of aftertouch, I got something cool for you guys. This will be coming in the next, probably the week after next, I think. I'm going to give you a little insight to this. So basically, with the update to Ableton, what was it, 11.3? Something that we got was extended MPE control to a lot of synthesizers in Ableton. Now, I can't find the thing that I'm looking for, as you can tell. So I'm killing time going through all of these little things, and I'm slowing down my speech to look through. Let's see if I type in MP, if it will come up. Or MP3. That's great, isn't it? MPE. Oh no. Now you guys are going to have to watch me go through. Oh, here we go. We don't want to watch me go through my Finder again. So basically, we've got extended. This is Drift, which I've been checking out. And we can really mess around with MPE now. I want to create a whole video and a whole sample pack on MPE related stuff, which will come out, yeah, not this week, next week. But basically, you can individually pitch your notes. So think of like James Blake's Retrograde, which gives you this kind of effect. I love it. I spent ages automating all of this. So this is individual MPE slides. So obviously the MPE aftertouch stuff is made for I mean, what am I trying to say? It's made for those rubber keyboards. I forget what they're called. Seagate, C. Someone's going to tell me in the chat. But yeah, we can use MPE with most instruments in Ableton now, or most onboard instruments in Ableton now, including like the simpler and stuff, which is cool. So this is drift. So I made a little drift patch, and I've made a bunch of chord progressions using MPE. I'm so stuck in the piano roll for a second there. Yeah, so we've got this little arcade split patch that I've kind of edited. And then I just got this cool, like, I think it's a little bit harsh now. I'm listening to it in headphones. Might adjust that attack. There we go. So we're kind of bending those, the original chord starts on these lines, but then they pitch up, 5 and 7 semitones or pitch down over time. Individual notes, getting pitched up down here. Combine that with a little bit of reverb, you're winning. But yeah, anyway, that's coming soon. I'm giving away all my secrets in this live stream. If you've lasted this long, this is what you get. This is what you get for sticking around. Make sure you come over to Twitch tomorrow. What I want to check out before I go, we got the beat battle, and something that I've really neglected is Baby Audio's new synth. Haven't checked it out, so you guys might have to help me. Ooh, it's got that like OP1 vibe, hasn't it? You guys, when is the push 3 going to arrive at the desk? I genuinely hit Ableton up and I was like, help a brother out. I genuinely, if you could see my email with that I sent to Ableton when the push 3 dropped, Slick was so hot on sending me the trailer to push 3. And as I'm watching the trailer, I sent this email over to Ableton, and I was like, I said at the beginning, like at the top of, if not in the subject, in the body of the email, I said, this will feature in every video I ever make. And I mean it. If it's not being played with, I'll put it in the back of the video. Because your boy hasn't got the 16 hundo or whatever it is to buy it. But yeah, I'd love to feature the push, but I doubt I'm gonna get the chance. So now, this is the first time I've ever touched the BA1. This is going to be one of the prizes, as well as an ample sound bass guitar, which is terrific, and some gear from Excite Audio. This is going to be one of the prizes for Saturday, as well as me looking out for a collaborator. I don't think me finding a collaborator is much of a prize, but you can get some cool gear. Oh, this is cool. This is like Blade Runner. Oh, this is fun. All right, what's this? Color gray. Oh, like, I'm so dumb. Oh, orange is the one, no? Orange is wicked. Okay, so we got glissando. Oh, okay. Well, there's MPE out the window. This is really cool. Oscillator 1. Can you automate that? That would be great. Wouldn't that be cool? Have something like that? Okay. Great. Oscillator 2. Keep that in the middle for now. We've got our speed, which is off right now. Why is that off and why can't I move it? Is it linked to this? Ah. I know what I'm doing. Have it on this. X fade. Ooh, so this is between oscillator 1 and oscillator 2. All right, I'm getting there. This ain't my first rodeo. You guys know I love a sine. So let's go with, yeah, like this triangle wave. And then I think that just keeping it there is nice. What's win? Oh, like a noise. Loving it. It says that this wave is linked to pitch. Ooh. I'm not much of a pianist, as you guys know. I don't like that glissando. All right, cool. Moving on. We got FM. All right. Sharper, darker. We've got our filters. If you haven't checked out my video, this sounds like such a plug. I guess it is. Fuck it, we're on my channel. I've got a video that is subtractive synthesis, which is how you can learn, which again, maybe I should do a course on this, but it's like how you learn your way around synthesizers. So if you think I'm busting through this real quick, every synthesizer is basically the same. It all has an oscillator, all has a filter, all has an envelope, and then there's normally a modulative section as well with like LFOs and stuff. Newer synths have like the FM thing where you can FM through B, but it's very easy to create the sounds you want when you know what you're looking for. So I have a whole video that is fairly old, like a year or two old, on subtractive synthesis. But yeah, check it out. There's this speaker thing down here. What's this? So this is like it playing out of its own speaker. Is that noise then? Weird. All right. I don't really get that. I don't really get what the speaker is. Win is Windows Vista blue screen noise. Common Beats, take care, man. It's fantastic having you here, buddy. If you are clear enough. This is lovely. I really like this. This is such a cool synth. Is there presets, or do I have to create everything from scratch? So we've just got our standard ADSR here. Oh, I can sync it, I guess, to the BPM. Very cool. Sidechain to what? Routing amount. Post. Sidechain to what? Oh, it just gives a sidechain feel. So it's sustain. Yeah, lovely. Oh, reverb. Okay. Lovely. Oh, battery. It's like a more lo-fi. Oh, kind of bit crushed. Dude, what I would do is I would set a new audio track. I would resample the hell out of that stuff. But now it doesn't play. Oh, okay, here we go. Resample. Shift. 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 There we go. We got there in the end. Just that on its own. Okay, the left hand sounds good. There you go, there's your loop. So what did I have there? Let's get rid of that for a sec. I'd keep that little bit of noise too. You can use that. You can use that for like chops and stuff. You can like kind of splice it up into like little rhythms. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. This is how my brain works. If you're like, why would you splice it up into little rhythms? I'm like, I don't know. And I'd zoom in. I'd create these little fades. And then just in a little drum fill somewhere, you'd hear. And I'd push them close together. I'd push them close like this. Yeah. Get closer. You guys are family. That's it. All right, that was weird. Is this in time with my click because I had the sidechain? Kinda. Kinda, but not really, right? We could do something with it though. We could warp. We could warp this. I kind of like how it goes into it. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, yeah, I actually kind of like it. And then what I would do is I would go with RC. No, you know what? I don't want to go RC straight away. I want to go OTT. OTT, nah, you know me. OTT, nah, you know me. And we're going to turn the downward down, the downward down. We're going to add a limiter. Because we don't want to hurt our friends at home. Limiter here. Take the highs down. And then I would probably do some cool EQ stuff. And I would have a little send with Valhalla on it and maybe some delay. Let's go. I'm going to maybe do more late night streams because I'm really digging the vibe tonight. That was on the master. We don't want that. There we go. I'm really digging the late night. I normally do early morning stuff, but this is great. I'm enjoying this. Should I come back tomorrow night or tomorrow morning? And let's do a little delay action too. Put that on there. Yeah. And then yeah, I'd go back to my main instrument. What a educator. And then yeah, you know what you're doing. And then yeah. And then I'd probably do something like this and create some like cool curves. How do we create those like custom? I remember seeing someone had like custom shapes one time for their automation, but I never figured out where you could find those shapes. Is it in envelopes? I don't feel like it is. You know, like the different evening streams. Oh my God, have we got Joanne that I went to school with in the chat? Joanne, it's been a hot minute. How you doing, my friend? I hope you have a safe flight back. I hope work has been well. I hope writing has been good. And if you're a different Joanne that I didn't go to school with, then how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Austin Lee, hope you're doing good, brother. If you're just tuning in, make sure you go back and check out the rest of the stream when you get a mo. I've been doing some workflow hacks. We looked at Novum. I think we did something in between. Oh yeah, we checked out a secret collab with Evie. And now I'm just checking out the BA1. I just resampled the BA1. We put it onto a new track. This is one of the prizes for Saturday's stream because I'm moving to Twitch. And there's going to be a Twitch stream to celebrate on Saturday. And John Luke wants evening streams because they work for our schedule. Yeah, I wonder where those custom automation things are. But it doesn't matter. Right, I'm just going to draw some like we always would. So let's do that. And just do something like this, maybe. That's cool. Wop, 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 wop. Something like that. Oh. Dead mouse. That's it. Wop, 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 wop. So every 2, I'm guessing. So let's go like that again. Copy that to this position here. Wop, wop, wop. And then copy this one. I like this one from this position. Copy the first one here. What does this remind me of? Is this the... This is either the Linkin Park session. I don't want to get demonetized, but we've got to figure this out. This is either Linkin Park session or it's that tune from Matrix Reloaded. All right, ain't that? Matrix Reloaded. I mean, how am I going to find this? I'm going to get demonetized 100%. I'm never going to find that, am I? Oh, that was in Matrix Reloaded. Oh, then I don't know. Wasn't clubbed to death. Yo, you don't know how I used to walk to school. True story. I used to walk to school listening to this. And I used to just come in, getting ready to take out my MP5s. And then I also used to listen to 50 Cent's Many Men. And I genuinely used to come to school. It was a 5-minute walk from my house on Canvey Island in Essex, where nothing ever happened. And I used to genuinely think that there were gangsters out to get me. Wish death upon me, blood in my dog and I can't see. There you go. That was my life. That's how I live my life. Anyway, don't know what this was. Sometimes you just got to get carried away. This sounds like Jono's entered the chat here. It's the type of sound Jono would add. If you know, you know. And that's no shade. The guy is an absolute scientist. Thanks so much for hanging out, Joanne. Appreciate it. I'm going to be moving to Twitch. If I haven't mentioned that enough in the stream, I feel like I'm a broken record. I'm going to be moving to Twitch as of tomorrow. Come hang out more often. All right, cool. Let's just add a break and just see what happens. Oh, I mean, that's obviously the end of the line. Oh, we're at 120, which isn't great, but fine. Oh, I've really messed it up now, haven't I? Because I'm at 120 and I didn't want to be. We don't like any of the rest of it. And we'll have a little. Cool. and then just like a little breakbeat, which will go into here. Loops, do I want breaks? I want grooves, really, don't I? I don't really download that many like kind of break patterns, so maybe I should go for like a drum and bass down tempo kind of thing. See, that's cool. I wanted to start doing some live streams where I get like an electronic kit and make like pad sounds, pad loops, and then have the electronic kit and do kind of breakbeat stuff. 3 years I've been on YouTube, never played drums on this channel. I should really get to that. Yeah. Is this going to work out the way I want it to? So you got it's all about the layers. You get a nice snare now. Get a nice little snare. A little one shot. Not from grooves though. You got to get rid of the grooves. Little snare that comes out of maybe Murder, or maybe a little UKG snare could be nice. Duplicate that. And then that. And duplicate that again. I'll probably put like a little kick in there. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm not going to save this project. But still. That was a horrible kick. Don't know why I chose that. If Rodrigo's watching, you know I'm going to go for the Mali. Mali's such a nice kick to use. I use this all the time. Don't get that. Something like that. Right here. Then I'll take these down a little bit. And then you just put some like chords over that. You're a winner. All right. Don't save that. All right. Today was super fun. What we at? Well, an hour and a half. I was only going to stick around for an hour. Do I use Splice Bridge? I haven't checked out Splice Bridge. I will check it out. I don't know anything about it, to be honest, man. But yeah, like keep me posted on that one. I assume Splice Bridge plugin. Does it allow you to use all the synths from Splice? But yeah, I didn't save that idea at all. Don't come after me. Don't come after me. This was super fun. I don't know if I've got any announcements. Like I said, I'm going to move to Twitch as of tomorrow for a few months. See what it's like on there. I've been having some problems with just like you know, if you tuned into the stream a couple hours ago, I had some buffering problems and stuff. I want to move back to Twitch for a little bit, see what's going on. I'm gonna host the beat battle this Saturday, so I'm looking forward to hearing all your beats. Looking forward to finding someone to collaborate with on the next tune. I haven't put music out in a hot minute. So that'll be fun. Give away some prizes: Ample Sound, Baby Audio, Excite Audio. And yeah, tomorrow's videos all about speeding up your workflow, some top tips that I've kind of learned over the years from being a musician, being a producer. And there's some cool Ableton 11.3 update stuff coming next week as well. I'm trying to keep up with the daily Grab a Groove videos as well, so there's lots coming. But I hope you're well. Thanks so much for tuning in. John Luke, thanks so much for playing moderator and letting me know I didn't hit the screen share button and letting me know that it was buffering. I appreciate you. Shout outs to Common Beats. I know you've head off. You've got a busy life. You're a family man. But I appreciate the little tip there, buddy. And let's just check this out. John Luke says you can hear how it lets you audition samples in your project, syncs it to the BPM so you can hear how it sounds. Now that's interesting because I use Splice, but I link my Splice folder to Ableton so I can do the same thing. But I might check that out. I got so many unused credits, maybe like 1,000 unused samples, or close to 900, something like that, unused sample downloads. So I might have to get on that. I've been thinking of switching up Splice. I've said this before, but really, where am I going to go? If I'm not using Splice, I'm going to do Arcade. I make use of. Arcade's good. I'm not going to go to Loop Smiths, Loop Packs, Loop something, Loop Cloud. I'm not paying the crazy costs on TrackLib to release a song. So yeah, I might have to check that out, try it, see if it works with Ableton. We'll see. But yeah, it's been super fun hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys tomorrow, if not Saturday. And yeah, all the best, guys. Thanks so much. I'm going to go back to the starting screen because my finished screen looks like this. Oh, it looks fine. All right, we'll leave it there. See ya.